Okay. We are back. 3 for the money. Week 3 is in the books. We're just going to get into it. Let's recap. Bandit had a terrible pick. Unfortunately.
Not even close. Well, yeah, wasn't not even close.
Well, it would have been the right move if Mike Tomlin went for it on that 4th and 1 instead of just kicking a field
He's
goal.
a coward. He's a
Whatever.
coward.
This is what we do. We move on.
But we move on. He's a good boy. He'll redeem himself. Hopefully. Of course, this will be out on Friday after the fact. But just to recap last week, I went, including my Surefire pick, I went 6 and 5. And we never established this when we give out picks, but our Surefire picks are double unit. So technically I'm up like a unit and a half or something like that. John, how'd you do?
Went 5 and 5. Lost my Surefire pick. Whoever runs our social media account made that very apparent.
I thought he was pretty funny.
I mean, we've since let him go,
Yeah.
so hopefully we won't have these kind of mishaps again.
Damn
but
interns.
yeah, that's what you get for free labor. So it's whatever. But 5 and 5, I'll take it. Only down a little. But yeah, Chris.
I stay the most average gambler on the planet. I went 5-4-1 after a banner 5-4 week 2. I am now. What's that math?
Well, you pushed, so that's a win.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Essentially, even though that game, that Texans game.
Anyway, let's get into the games. First game we got on the docket in London at 8 a.m. our time. Vikings play the Saints. The Saints are dogs by 3 points. This game stinks. All the international games I feel like just are not good.
Well, yeah, that's
They're-
why they make them
yeah.
international
Yeah.
because nobody cares about them.
Yeah.
So it's like no one's gonna watch it anyway. Might as well put it 8:30 in the morning on NFL Network.
Right. So I'm on the under 43. This is just gonna stink.
Mm-hmm.
Probably. I have a stat. Hold on, let me pull it up.
Okay.
So I'm on the Vikings -3. One, I think they're just a flat out better team than the Saints. I think the Saints are just bad.
Yeah.
I have no faith in them whatsoever. But in London games, the favorite is 18-3-1 straight up and 15-7 against the spread.
Wow.
So I will be taking Vikings -3. It probably won't be pretty, but I'm gonna watch it because it's football and it's on TV.
Right.
True.
So,
I'm also on the Vikings, -3, even before that stat. I don't like this game, but I'm gonna watch it, and I'm gonna bet on it.
well, yeah.
So I have to
It's
take
football.
one side.
You have to.
Yeah. So
Does-
I have to take one side. Vikings -3. Lock it in.
Does this count as prime time?
I
mean, it's
really
standalone,
wouldn't think so.
But I didn't know what kind of are we gonna get primetime Kirk Cousins?
Or
What?
regular time Kirk Cousins.
But it's not regular time. I know it's not prime time.
Well, what
it's-
time is it in London
Oh, that's a valid
at
question.
kickoff?
Oh, I would not know at all.
Oh my! This could change everything. Honestly.
This could change everything. Let me go to my world clock.
It's like noon or like 3.
So they're 6 hours ahead of us. So 8 a.m.
That's like 2.
Yeah, 2.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's an afternoon game.
It's an afternoon game.
That's
That's
not prime time.
Not prime time.
not prime time.
Regular time Kirk Cousins.
We'll see.
Vikings -3.
Vikings -3.
All right.
This game stinks. We don't need to
Yeah,
keep
it's-
talking about it.
Yeah. All right. Next game, Titans Colts. Colts are favored by 3.5. What do y'all think?
I got the over.
You got the over.
All right.
Over 42.5.
Interesting.
Colts Titans games always get funky.
That's true.
We saw in Indy last year, it took overtime to finish it off.
Mhm.
And I think that final score was in the 30s on both sides.
I believe so.
I
don't
believe
remember off the
so.
top of my head,
So
but yeah.
I'm going to go over 42.5. I know these offenses haven't really been firing on all cylinders yet, but these teams hate each other, and things get weird. Over 42.5.
Chris, what do you think?
I'm going Titans +3.5. Bet on the Titans in week 2. against my better judgment, and they got spanked. But I mean, this just seems like a game that the Titans reel you back in because they're playing very bad lately. Division opponent. I mean, Vrabel will get the guys up for this one. I think Titans plus 3.5 is the play, and if the Titans win outright, I'm back in officially.
I agree. I'm also on the Titans plus 3.5.
Not a homer pick, just based on what I've seen from this team over the years.
Yeah. To me, this game screams someone wins by a field goal.
Mm-hmm.
And with a spread like 3.5,
Got to.
might as well take the dog.
I have a little stat for this, but I didn't feel confident in taking Titans plus 3.5. But Ryan Tannehill is 13-3 against the AFC South
In his career.
in his career.
Interesting.
So
I love it.
I like it.
I mean, yeah. I picked the right side for that stat. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Titans
so-
3.5.
All right. So next game we got the Bills at the Ravens. The Bills are favored by 3. Chris, what do you think?
I really don't know which side to take here. Both teams are elite, or both offenses are elite, and for that reason, taking the over, was it 51? Bills burned me on the over last week, but I'm going back to it. The Ravens defense, not very good.
Yeah, they let in like 27 points by the
26-27 to the Patriots,
who
and
have like nobody.
They suck. They gave up 4 or 5 touchdowns in the fourth quarter alone to the Dolphins. The Bills can just open you up in the back end on defense. I think this will be what the Bills-Dolphins game should have been. It's just a shootout.
Yeah, I agree. I'm also on that over. And also, like, the Bills, like, defense is, like, banged up bad.
Yeah.
Like, they have a whole rookie secondary, basically.
They signed Xavier Rhodes, but, I mean, he's off the street. So, he wasn't playing for anyone.
Fresh from the car lot, he was selling clunkers on.
I mean, he wasn't playing for anybody.
Yeah, so I'm also on the over. I think, both offenses are just firing on all cylinders right now.
I mean, Lamar is MVP front runner right now.
Yeah,
I think he
no
can.
question.
I think he can feast.
Yeah. What do you think, Sean?
So I have a stat. I have another stat that might persuade you to take my pick. I'm going to take Ravens plus 3.
I don't hate it. Okay.
The Ravens are 15-3-1 against the spread when they're home underdogs.
I'm taking Ravens plus 3.
You're changing your
No,
pick?
I'm both.
Or are you just adding?
He's adding it. I
Both.
think.
All right.
I do like the over, but I don't trust the Bills to get us there. They haven't. I think they're 0-3 on the over.
I think the Monday night game against the Titans hit
No,
on
it
the
did.
hook. I thought it did.
It didn't it not hit by like half a point.
Oh, maybe it went under by a hook then. I remember
Yeah.
being close. I just can't remember which.
Yeah,
side.
I don't think it went over. Yeah, I don't trust the Bills to go over. The Ravens can keep it close. They can score. MVP Lamar Jackson at home, underdog, Ravens plus 3.
I love it.
All
I
day.
do like that pick. Like, I really thought about taking the Ravens, but I don't know. Something about betting against the Bills. I just said,
It's
kind
fair.
of like, screw it, take the over. Next game, we got Jags at Eagles. Eagles are favored by 6.5. Man, I feel like this is a rat line. I feel like
This is a trap.
this is a trap, but I'm going to fall right into it. I'm going to take the Eagles minus 6.5. Eagles just seem just great. They just seem like one of the best teams in the league.
Mhm.
And Jags are like, they beat kind of like a banged up Chargers team.
38 points.
Yeah, they beat them.
Yeah.
They beat them
They
convincingly.
Spanked them.
Yeah,
I mean,
And
they did.
They bent
did.
him over.
They've spanked 2 preseason AFC contenders, the Colts and the Chargers.
Yep.
We knew the Colts were going to be pretenders, but preseason they were a favorite.
Yes.
So I'm going Eagles. Eagles at home. I just feel like this is just going to be just a team that the Eagles just feast on. It might be a rat line, might be a trap, but I'm going to fall into it. What do y'all think?
I'm going to go Eagles also, -6.5. As Titans fans, we have seen what A.J. Brown does to the Jaguars. He demolishes them. He embarrasses them to a sense.
100%.
He's also, I'm pretty sure by the time this comes out, he will have had his second child also.
Oh, yeah.
So by the time he plays on Sunday,
Oh, yeah.
he's going to go off.
He's going to ball.
He's been playing great for the Eagles.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I saw that on Twitter today.
I
and
saw that on Twitter today, so I was like, that was a sway towards the Eagles spread for me. Not gonna lie, I was like, oh, he's gonna ball. Eagles -6.5. I also think the Eagles defense is second to none.
Yeah, they've been pretty good.
Really good.
Yeah, they sacked the Commanders like 9 times.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
If you don't count week 1 against the Lions, where Lions are just covering machines.
Yeah.
I really like the Eagles defense, and I really like the Eagles offense. So give me Eagles by a touchdown all day long.
I'm going against both of y'all. Jags +6.5. I think the Eagles are a better team. I think they'll win this game. This screams backdoor cover.
Yeah.
The Eagles have scored how many second half points?
This is the trap.
Not a lot.
This is
at
where
all.
this is where the trap comes in.
I think Eagles could be up by 2 touchdowns at the half, and I'll be fine. I think Jags can easily backdoor cover this. Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if it's a close game throughout, just because of how great the Jags been playing out of nowhere, and it's Doug Peterson revenge game.
Doug Peterson returned to Philly also.
I mean, he's got these boys fired up.
Oh God, Doug Peterson is the king of backdoor covers
exactly. So for that reason, I'm taking Jags +6.5.
Do you remember?
Go ahead.
Sorry. Do you remember that game a couple years ago when Doug Peterson was still the coach and Eagles went for 2 to backdoor cover when they absolutely didn't need to?
Familiar. I don't remember which
like
game
they were
but this
losing
sounds
by
familiar.
like 2 touchdowns, I think, and Doug Peterson said,
Who were they
going
playing?
for 2.
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
This sounds familiar though, but I don't remember the game.
But like it was they only had like 11 seconds left on the clock. They scored a touchdown, and they would have covered if they just kicked the extra point. But Doug Peterson was like, "No, we're going for 2," and they got it backdoor cover within 10 seconds left in the game. It was an absolute heartbreaker. So
Jags +6.5.
this is why this is a trap. It's a
think
trap, but I'm gonna roll with my pick.
Yeah,
I do think it's a trap, but I also thought last week Eagles -6.5 against the Commanders was a trap, and they had their way.
Yeah.
But did not know that about A.J. Brown. I will probably sprinkle A.J. Brown anytime touchdown.
Oh yeah, that's going up there.
Yeah.
We don't have those lines on the Action247 Sportsbook just yet as the time of recording, but we will be taking
But I
A.J.
will be
Brown
Yeah.
anytime touchdown
Probably
score.
sprinkle a little bit on that. All right, so next game we got Patriots at Packers. The Packers are favored by 10. I think this game is just like last week with the Packers and the Bucs. It's going to be 2 old-ass quarterbacks because Mac Jones is out.
Yep.
They got Brian Hoyer starting. 2 old-ass quarterbacks with pretty decent defenses and no weapons. For that reason, I'm going for the under. Under 40. I know it's very low, and I hate it.
I don't think it's that low for these 2 teams, honestly.
But I think it's the play. I think that this is just going to be a repeat of Packers-Bucks. So I'm going under. What do y'all think?
I can see that. I like that. Under 40, I'm taking that as well. And also because total is, I said it wasn't that low for these teams, but in the grand scheme of things, it's low. That's why I'm a little bit of math here. Pats +10 and the under. I don't see how, unless the Packers win by 30, I don't think they can beat anybody by 30 points. They didn't even beat the Bears by 30 points.
No, they didn't.
I think the Pats can keep it within the number, and it's going to be a low-scoring game, so give me 10 points with the Pats just because it's going to be so low-scoring. This screams like maybe 21-13 kind of.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah.
What do you think, Sean?
I think this screams just like the Sunday night against the Bears. I think this screams 24-10. So that's why I'm going to take Packers -10.
I also could not pick between the two
I mean, you don't
I mean,
because this is
when
this
you
is
have
a,
Aaron Rodgers going up against Hoyer,
Yeah.
who has lost 11 straight games
I don't need him to
as
win.
a starter.
Just need him to keep cover.
Yeah, but you know that's not good.
10 points.
You know that's not good.
10 points.
It's Aaron Rodgers.
It's old Aaron Rodgers.
You're
Throwing
old
to,
Aaron Rodgers.
Throwing to who? Sammy Watkins is on IR.
And Randall Cobb.
Sorry.
Alan Lazard.
Does he still play for them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Packers still have a decent run. They've got their run game. I did see today that on my fantasy team that A.J. Dillon was questionable. Aaron Jones might be carrying the ball a lot. So we'll just see. But I can't consciously take the Patriots +10 without Mac Jones.
That's fair.
Bill Belichick, let's go +10.
I see both. I see both sides, which is why I just took the under. But anyway, next game we got Sunday Night Football. Chiefs at Bucks. The Chiefs are favored by 1.5. I also think this is a trap, but I'm also going to fall into it. I think the Chiefs -1.5 is like as easy as it gets. So I'm gonna take the Chiefs. I think that the Bucks, like, it's not much different than who played the Packers last week. It's just gonna be the same, but with Mike Evans.
Yeah.
And I could be wrong, and Mike Evans tears up the Chiefs. But
I mean, the Bucks could potentially have their 3 starting wide receivers back.
really
They could have Godwin back, and they could have Julio Jones back.
interesting.
It's very questionable if Godwin and Julio play, but they could be back.
I think I'm still gonna ride with the Chiefs, though.
That's fair.
I think it's a trap, but I'm gonna take it anyway. I don't care. Chiefs -1.5. What do y'all think?
I agree that it is a trap, but I'm not falling into it. I'm taking Bucks +1.5.
That's fair.
I know.
Unless that's the trap.
Don't do that to me, please. My mind was already in a pretzel about this game.
we can't get into that.
But I know the Bucks are 2-1, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they haven't had
Chiefs
like
are 2-1 too.
I know but the Bucks haven't had like a statement win. Like they beat the Cowboys, but that was kind of like a I won't say throwaway, but it was kind of like a whatever game because Dak got hurt, and then they grinded one out against the Saints, and then just other than the fourth quarter, didn't do anything against the Packers. They need a big win. I think they get it for this game. I think Tom Brady, I don't want to say balls out, but plays much better than he has been this season. I think they'll find a way to get the win, but I'm taking 1.5.
That's fair. I'm just gonna fall into the trap.
Also, keep an eye on the weather for this game. I don't know what the hurricane situation is going to be like, but the under could be the play. I don't know what that number will eventually settle at.
I did see that
It's at 42 right now.
I did not write that down because it wasn't my pick, and I wasn't prepared for it.
Look at it real
But I do know that if they can't play in Florida, they're going to go to Minnesota.
Which
That's
I don't know why.
weird.
It's weird. Why
Because
not?
it's one of the only open stadiums.
But they could go to New Orleans, which is a lot closer.
But it could be also a lot closer to the hurricane.
It's going the other way.
We're not meteorologists. Let's not get into
Okay. It doesn't make any sense.
I agree. It doesn't make any sense.
I'm just saying it's like closer to the hurricane than.
I don't know. If they play in Minnesota, that's weird.
That'll be a weird. That'll be a
But
weird game.
either way, still like the Bucks +1.5.
That's fair. What do you think, Sean?
Bucks +1.5, and I'm also going to go money line on this one. Like I said last week, I don't. If I see a spread this close, I'm just going to take money line as well. I'm going to double dip. There's more value in the money line, but also if I can win the money line, I can win the spread. So why not take both? I think Chris pretty much
Makes
covered all my
sense.
points on why I should take the 1.5. But I feel like if they play this game in Florida, this will be a let's go Florida. Like we did it.
That's
We overcame the hurricane.
that's awesome. That's very true.
So it's a very like, I don't want to say homecoming. Like I don't know what to call it, but
I get what you're saying.
yeah.
Yeah,
So,
You can change.
yeah. I'm gonna change my pick.
but this could also be the trap.
Don't. We're not doing that.
Or maybe I won't change my pick. I don't know.
Trying to psych someone out.
I'm staying Bucks.
I'm staying Bucks.
I'll
I'm
go.
double dipping Bucks.
I'll
so.
go Bucks.
Let's go. Let's ride, boys.
I'll
Okay.
go. I'll go Bucks because why not? We haven't had a pick that we've all been gung ho on yet today, so
Yeah, not yet.
not yet.
Surprising.
I'll take the Bucks because why not? That's a man that's
He
knows his stuff.
This is a gambling show. So now we're done with the main slate. We're going to go into our surefires. My surefire pick this week is going to be the Cowboys -3 at the Washington Commanders. Now, this also seems like a rat line, but I'm going to fall into it. I believe in Cooper Rush, and Washington's O-line stinks. They are terrible.
That is true.
This Cooper Rush kid.
He
You can sling that football, man.
he's the truth.
Dak better worry.
Yeah. Washington was sacked by the Eagles like 9 times.
I think Carson Wentz was sacked 5 times in his first 8 pass attempts.
that's
Or
that's
dropbacks, whatever
That's
you want to call
bananas.
them.
that's ridiculous. I think that
I mean, Micah Parsons might have like 4 sacks.
Yeah.
At least, I think.
yeah, Micah Parsons is going to go off. I think Trayvon Diggs probably going to have like 2 picks. Something stupid, something ridiculous. And they're going to cover. Cowboys are going to cover. Cowboys -3. That's my surefire. Chris, what's your surefire?
I like that. I also have kind of a rat line, but I think I'm going on the other side of it. I have Raiders -2.5 against the Broncos. Only 0-3 team left in the league. They need this win to get off the mat.
Yes.
The Broncos somehow are 2-1.
Oh God, I hate
2-1
the
team
Broncos.
against an 0-3 team. The 0-3 team is favored. Doesn't make any sense. Taking the Raiders -2.5. Also, the Broncos just
Is it at
suck.
home?
What? I think
Is
so.
it home?
Also, have a stat to back up this pick. Raiders, since moving to Las Vegas, are 5-1 against the spread against the Broncos. I think the Raiders need this one. They need to get off the mat. And also, Nathaniel Hackett is a bum.
Yeah, that guy
That
sucks.
guy just doesn't know. I mean, I feel bad for him. He seems like a really nice guy. He doesn't know what he's doing back there.
I like it.
So,
like it.
Raiders -2.5. That's my surefire. Let's roll.
So for my surefire, this feels wrong. But I've got the
Oh, so
Cardinals
bad.
money line at +100 in Carolina.
Hmm.
I don't know why they're dogs. Cardinals are the better team. Am I wrong?
No, you're right. Cardinals are the better team.
So
Stink.
so this feels like highway robbery almost,
Hmm.
but it also feels gross.
Yeah.
It feels like, I know we've been saying this is trap. It's a trap.
I think
it's a
there's
trap.
traps all over the board.
There's traps. This, man. But I'm
I
gonna
like
take it.
I mean,
I'm gonna take it, dude. I can, like we said last week with the Colts Chiefs pick. It's like we can live with ourselves
Mhm.
if it loses, knowing that we bet on the better team.
yes.
Mhm.
If
And
you-
that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna bet on the better team at great value,
what are they?
plus 100.
100?
So
I mean, plus money. or I
plus
guess
money
that's
is
even
plus money is
one.
plus money. So
Yep.
yeah, I'm gonna take cards all day. Plus 100, double unit, like we said. Surefire picks across the board.
I feel like if you bet on the Panthers in this one and they go out and just get boat raced, you just lie awake at night and be like, why on earth? They got beat by 40. Why did I bet on the Panthers?
Yeah, I couldn't live with myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can live with myself if this one loses.
100%. So that's our surefires.
3-0. I love all 3 of those.
Yeah. So if you take all of our surefire picks, right now we're 4-2.
Mm-hmm.
And if you put double unit on it,
Which is what we do.
which is what we do, you're sitting kind of pretty right now. All right, we're just going to go into the rest of our cards, and that'll be it. So, rest of my card, I got Rams 49ers under 42. I think the Niners have a pretty good defense, and so do the Rams, honestly. I think Matthew Stafford's probably going to throw a pick, maybe two, because that's just what he does now. And it sucks, but I have him on my fantasy team, and I hate it. It's terrible. It's the worst. And also, like, the Rams are dogs by 1.5. Why? I do think they are the better team, because now that the 49ers have Jimmy Garoppolo, like, they lost to the Broncos. The Broncos are terrible.
I think the line is like that because it's in San Fran.
Yeah, I guess.
So they're favoriting the home team.
You want to talk about smelly line? It's this game.
Yeah, it's this game.
Yeah, that's a smelly
I'm
line.
not touching this line.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
all over it. But
Oh, really? Okay.
So I'm only taking the under. I think this game has the potential to stink. The only other game I have is Seahawks at Lions over 48. Lions will let anyone score, and Lions will score. And that's just about it.
I mean,
It's time.
that's perfect. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
And, like, it's time for, like, the Seahawks to, like, finally, like, put up some points. So, and it's the Lions. It's going to be on the Lions. Like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
I
kind of like this game.
yeah,
I think this game will be fun.
it could be interesting. Anyway, what are the rest of your cards, Chris?
All right. We touched on it briefly. I'm going 49ers -1.5. This line makes no sense.
I agree.
49ers coming off Sunday night, they look like one of the worst teams in the league.
God, they look so bad.
They look
They
awful.
were awful.
Why are they favored by 1.5? Makes no sense. That's why 49ers -1.5. This was almost my surefire.
Okay.
I love this pick. I mean, I have no reason to love it other than it stinks,
Yeah.
and that makes me love it even more.
Yeah.
And then, other than that, I got another stinky one: Jets +3.5 against the
Ooh,
Steelers.
I like
The
it.
Steelers suck.
Dude, they're so bad.
They
Yeah.
suck. Let me correct that. Their offense sucks. Trubisky is awful. I think he could get pulled. If they're down, he might not play the second half.
Yeah.
I mean, they're awful. So drafting TJ Watt. TJ Watt has missed 6 games. The Steelers are 0-6 in those games.
Oh, man.
I know Zach Wilson's coming back. Honestly, I don't know if that really. I don't think the line's moved since they announced that.
I don't think so either.
But Jets +3.5. The Jets have proven they can score. The Steelers suck. So Jets +3.5, and then I'm on it too. Cardinals money line.
Let's go.
This just makes no sense. I mean, the Cardinals are far better.
They're the better team.
They are the better team.
Again, I can live if it loses. I can live knowing I bet on the better team. Cardinals money line. So that's my card.
All right, Sean, what's the rest of your card?
I got Falcons +1.5 against the Browns. Also sprinkle in that money line because, I like to double dip like that. Falcons are 3-0 against the spread this year, which I love. And I love the Falcons money line at +105. So I'm gonna take the Falcons at home.
I like
They
it.
seem to be in sort of a tanking position, but I don't see why they can't win this game.
They do seem to put up points.
I don't even know. Yeah, I don't know if they're tanking because they're 3-0 against the spread.
Against the spread,
So
but not straight up.
I know, but that makes me think they're not tanking. You're like trying to lose.
Yeah, I don't know.
I just think they're bad.
They are
I
pretty.
think they're trying their
bad,
best. They're
so.
just terrible.
Yeah. But I'm also going with Cowboys -3. Rocking with Will.
Hell yeah.
I love Cooper Rush. I'm not going to stop betting against the spread on the Cowboys. Not going to stop. As long as Cooper Rush is the quarterback, I am riding that spread all
Screw it.
day.
Add Cowboys -3 to my card.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
And I already had this, but the stat you just gave us, Chris, about TJ Watt, I already had Jets money line. So I'm just going to, I might put a double unit on that one.
So is that your surefire now? You have 2 Surefires?
I might have 2 Surefires.
Can we do that?
You can do that if you want.
We can do that.
We need to check the Constitution.
Making history right here.
Yeah.
Plus 145, I believe.
Okay.
So, 145 away in Pittsburgh. I love it.
I love it.
I love it. So, give me the Jets money line.
Well, thank you so much for watching. If you listen to this or if you watch it, like it, please comment on it. That really helps us out. We can answer questions or whatever. Please rate it, retweet it. It really helps us out because we're trying to do this for a long time and for a lot of other sports.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be cool if y'all could just interact with it in some way, like it, comment, share it, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Really appreciate it. Please. Sean, what's the promo code?
All right. So, if you use the promo code MONEY3 on the Action247 Sportsbook, you'll be opted in for a risk-free bet up to $250. Terms and conditions apply. Again, the code is MONEY3, MONEY 3. All right. We'll see you next week.
We'll see you next week. There's 3 of us. Let's make some money.
Giddy up.
Woo!